It's Duncan time. I hope someday Duncan will support me, or even Rashi coffee. I like mushroom coffee. When I do these little socials with you, I'm gonna get my other phone up and working so I can see what you guys are saying. Anyway, I'm AngelNaphtalie. I'm a drummer. I also dance. What else do I do? Music, and more music. And that's all I want to talk about today, really. We might talk a little bit about life. It's very hot out today, so I brought my drum out. Matter of fact, let me get it. Let's see if you can see it. Brought out Benji today. I left the Oswald at home. It's too hot for him. Benji hasn't been out in a while, and he's accustomed to playing out in the park. I try not to bring him out as much because he has a little cut, and I had to tape it, and I got to get somebody who knows what they're doing to repair him. But for gentle drumming, Benji's pretty good. I also have my bongos frickin' frack down here. And also this table is a drum. It's a major drum. I'll show you that because you will never believe it. Let me see if I can just go like this. See this? This is a drum. They have stools and you sit and everybody plays their own little groove. Let me get back to finding so I can see what we're doing here. I always can never figure out what we're doing. I know I look a hot mess today and I don't really care what you think about it. Really don't. It's hot out here. My whole plan was originally to go to the beach. Just to cool off, but that didn't happen. I have a problem with my windows in my car and they won't roll down. So I was not driving to the beach, which is almost like 40 minutes away in the heat. No. And I don't have air conditioning, so I needed to roll down the windows and they're not going down today. It's a little relay switch. I don't have my management team with me today. He's the only one that knows how to fix it. But it's whatever. Let's forget how to find. How do I find this? Gotta go to the page. And the sun is totally in my eyes, and I don't see good. So I have to have my funny looking binoculars on. Try to take this with my glasses. Okay, I see it. I found it. Of course, I really should have my. I'm going to turn down the volume so you all can't hear me talking. And then I can see what's going on. Uh-oh. What happened? Okay. Wow, there's so many of you in here already. Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm AngelNaphtalie, your girl drummer girl. And I'm not here for anything else but to just chit chat, have a talk about music, have a talk about life. I wanted to take a walk and do the live, but then I won't be able to see anything. So I decided, even though I put there in the live that let's talk and walk and talk about music and drumming, I've decided that I better sit my behind down. That way I could see my phone talk with you. And I know I look crazy today because I don't really care because it's hot out here. I might go on the kid sprinkler later just because it's so hot. Having coffee, Dunkin' time. One day they'll sponsor me. Dunkin', if you see, I've been drinking your coffee for a while, even though it's probably not the best coffee in the world. My neighbor makes the best coffee. But when it's really hot out, for some reason, I like the coffee from Dunkin'. All right, let's see if we can read your texts. All right, let's see what's going on here. And I'm gonna try hard to say your names, but I don't know if I'll be able to see it. Nate. What? Nate LaHarry, huh? That's a unique name. I have a grandson named Nate. He's not hairy though. What else? What was you saying? Share, keep it. Keep what? It don't matter. Anyway, and rule number 1. I don't have a moderator, and I sometimes feel like I should have, just because I don't want to deal with the light stuff, which is irritating comments. I'm not here to address them. But, and if there is a moderator that wants to take care of that for me, I'm more than happy that you take care of it and let me know that you are one. Someone last time I went live said, mods are for weak people. A strong woman doesn't need a mod. And I said, correct. And I am a strong woman. And if you was in front of me and you was being ridiculous and had negative thoughts, I would have my cutlass out, which I don't have with me today, but I do have drumsticks, and I would cut your throat. So, but I don't want to deal with that stuff today. I'm not here for that. So if I see anything negative, I'm just going to leave it and not even address you. I really don't even want to read the comments, only because it's a distraction of what I want to talk about. So if I decide not to read and address you, I'm sorry. That's not what I'm here for. Let me see. So, but I do want to say hi to you. So hi, James, Kai, Jameson, Kai. How are you? Oh, now the sun's gonna come in. Then I can't see anything. Nate, I already said hi to you. Who else? Damn it, that's your name? Really? Damn it. Yeah, you can call me Mama. You can't call me Granny. You can't call me Nanny. You can't call me any ridiculous names, but you can call me Mama. I'll take that. That's fine. Damn it, doing? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So like, whatever. What's up? What am I doing? I was going to play my drums. That's what I was going to be doing, and I am going to be doing that later. My drum is right here. I don't know if you can see it. Benji, my djembe, and my bongos are down there. I am going to be playing them later, and then I'll upload them to my YouTube page at some point in time. Probably not tonight, but at some point in time I will get that up. That's what I'll be doing I'll be doing, damn it. I'm probably saying that's all wrong, so forgive me. I cannot read what's on here. Here is my baby blues. Let's see. The I'm just gonna say hi to all you because I really can't see what's down here. The sunlight has made my glasses make it impossible. You look so what? Pretty? Thank you. Even in my rough state of mind, thank you. So I just threw myself together today. I wasn't trying to look cute. I wasn't trying to look pretty. Wasn't even trying to look gorgeous, even though I got up and said, "Good morning, gorgeous." You saw me earlier, like, why would you say you're gorgeous? Because if you don't say it, your day just don't go right. So I appreciate what you're saying. I can't see your name good. Mia? Mia? Is that how you say your name? Give me a thumbs up if I did that right. The country life. Yo. Yes. Well, I'm not in the country. I'm actually... I am in a park. It's called... what's the name of this park? I think I put it in the caption there. It's a huge park. It actually is 2 miles long, maybe a little bit longer, and there's a bridge that goes over into the next town. That's why I was going to talk and walk, but if I do that, I can't talk to you all. But it's a beautiful park, and you hear kids in the background because there's a little kids park on that side of me, so they're over there. And the breeze is feeling just right about now, especially in this heat. And I didn't get to go to the beach, so I have my bathing suit on. If you're seeing that, I'm sorry. I was ready for the beach. But I love to take my drums to the beach. I love it. And just put on my headphones, put on my music, my Bluetooth, and just play. But thank you, Mia. And this is the country life. Oh, country life. Oh, so you're the country life. Somebody else is the country life. What's up? And David. Big up, David. Who is all the what? Bath something. I don't know what you're saying, but whatever. Bath water? Why would I be selling all the bath water? Why? Why not the pool? Why not splish splash in the pool? A nice little raft, just float there. Look elegant. Not in a bikini, but breezing there in the pool with my little holder on the side with the little martinis that I don't drink, but I'll pretend I'm drinking them. Or even coffee. Iced coffee, maybe. That's not what I would want to do, but sure. You're welcome, Mia. Oh, you like my top? Is that what you're saying? You like my beach dress? Oh, you could be a mod, Mia? That would be awesome. If you see inappropriate suggestions, comments, questions, feel free to slay them. Otherwise, I don't mind. I mean, I'm going to try not to focus too much on looking, but I love it when someone is a mod. helping me out. But sometimes I just get some things that just don't make any sense. Like, why are you, if you don't like what I'm doing or what I'm talking about, why are you even here? Like, seriously. I'm here to talk about what I'm doing, which is music. I'm here to talk about my life, not yours, and how I tell my stories about my life should not be interrupted by negative beings, you know. And I call them beings because some of them are just sound like they're from outer space somewhere. So yes, I've addressed that. Mia, go ahead, do your mod thing. Okay, you got it. Oops, sorry, what are you sorry about? Keep asking the same question. I did say hi. Okay, so I don't know how to do, I'm still learning this whole process of live stuff. You know, trying to get the sun out of my eyes. Yeah, you keep asking me. I said hi. Mia, if you want to be a mod, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, and you know what you're doing, go ahead. Do it. Just do it. Let me know when you've completed your task at hand. Now, I'm going to get away from the comments for a second, and then I'm going to just talk, because I got to take these off for a second. This has been a fast but short week. When I say fast but short week, it has been so fast I didn't know it's over. And yet it's a short week because, well, actually those two words mean the same thing, right? So that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. It went very, very fast. I didn't accomplish any of the things I had planned to do. I did upload a lot of videos, and I want to thank you all that have come to my page that may be on here now, and those who will be on here later, and those of you who are here now. If you see my videos and you have helped promote them to be where they are, there's one that's up at 63 point something K, and I'm like amazed at why people would be so excited about a song and a picture of me, but I appreciate it, and I'm so actually very excited about that. Very excited that people enjoyed the artists that put that song out, and the song is called Love Me For Real. And what the song is about is, don't talk about you love me, be for real, you know, love me for real, love me for who I am. Don't try to play games with me, don't try to you know, have 50 million other beings in the picture, you know, love me for real. The song had caught me in such a way I just had to do that song. I didn't expect the response that I got. I didn't really expect that, but it's amazing. And then I started seeing a whole bunch of other people posting the same song. And I hope they get the same response, because it's a beautiful song. It's an awesome song, right? And I had to do it twice. The second one is me sort of dancing in the background and to the song, and that was fun. It hasn't blown up yet, and I'm not looking for all of that. I'm just having fun and doing what I do the best, and that's impulsive. I love just jumping in there and creating crazy things, you know. Like I did a song yesterday. I did some video yesterday and put it to a song with some acapella as well as piano music, which is the same song basically. So what's his name? Now I want to draw a blank on his name, but he'll come to me. But the song had two different types of. One was acapella, where the singer Teddy Swims, that's the artist. Teddy Swims did an acapella part, and it caught me in such a way. I said, I gotta sit at the piano and just do a video with this. And then my bird, my crazy parrot, had to get in the picture. He loves it when I go to the piano, so he flew down, he landed on my finger, so he's in the video. If you watch it, you'll see him. And he was looking at me adoringly, like, I just love it when you sing to me like that. So he's in the video, and then I was just doing some acting, because, you know, when you're missing somebody or you're left without the person that you love, you're devastated. You can't think straight. You can't. And so the whole object of the video, which hopefully other people get it in an acting mode, is if I'm at the piano because what I did was I kept the acapella part, and then I matched it sort of up with the piano part where he sings over a piano, and made it sound like it was a new song for him, you know. And I'm at the piano and I'm trying to, you know, play the piano and be dramatic at the same time. That was not easy, let me tell you. It wasn't easy. And you only have so many minutes to do it. Plus you got to push your phone and do this and record that. And yeah, it was kind of difficult. But I did it. And you can see that on my page too, on my YouTube page. It's a Teddy Swims song, and I think it's called something control. Lose control. Lose control. You'll see it. So Lose Control was a fabulous way to just be me, do my acting. So let me tell you a little bit more about me. I'm not just a drummer. I'm not just a dancer. I'm not just a person that runs her mouth like I am right now. Well, actually, I do that a lot. I went to radio and TV school, radio, TV, and also acting, modeling. I did all of that a few years back. So all of that is in me, and it's always been in me all my life. And so what I do is I take all of those skills that I learned, and I bring them forward into the here and now that I'm just doing social media, and I'm playing my drum with different artists and different bands and collaborations. Because social media is where I'm at right now, I have to incorporate all of what I learned. I was actually talking to one of my best friends. Well, he's more than a best friend, but I was talking to him earlier today. We were talking about photo shoots and stuff like that, and asking my opinion about something. And I said, the most important thing that I've learned over the years is when you're presenting yourself. I'm gonna I'm just gonna, how do I want to say, not totally tell you what the conversation was about or what we were referring to, but if you want to present yourself and what your art is and what you do, you have to be careful how you do that, because everybody that watches you or follows you sees you as a different way. You know, like I was telling you earlier about last time I did a live, there were a lot of weirdos on there. People asking me to get married. Really? Paying me a lot of money to get married to them? Really? Seriously? And I thought I presented myself very clearly that I was talking about music. But, you know, people see what they see. So if you do a photo shoot, and I've done them, the photographer said to me at that time, what you think of when you're thinking about getting into that pose is what the audience is going to see. So think about what you really want them to see. You can look exotic if you're thinking about being exotic, even if you're not exotic. It's about what's in your head. And then you go and strike that pose, you know? I'm exotic, right? And if you do that, then that's how the picture's going to come out. If you want to present, I don't want to say that word, because then you guys if you want to present yourself that you're just, you know, loose caboose, and put it like that, then you're going to strike that pose and everybody's going to know exactly what you're all about. But if you're a musician and you strike a pose like that, what do you think people are going to think about you? So that's what we were talking about. Yeah, I've been there, seen it all, done it. Yeah. And even in acting, you have to act out the part, whatever it is. You know, you have to act out that part. Alright, so I guess there's nobody else commenting, so I don't know. Are you doing your job, Mia? Doing it so well, no one's even coming on. Yeah, so that's been my story. I'm sticking to it. But I've done acting, I've done modeling, I've done what else? Music, and I've done radio. I did radio for well over 17, 20 years. I would still be doing it, but right now radio is kind of like no one's listening to it. It's a commercial thing now. So if I was to work in a radio station and be the DJ or the radio host, every 2 minutes I'd have to play a commercial. That didn't make sense to me. And all they want is fresh blood anyways. They just want young whippersnappers who they can control. I'm not your girl for being controlled. I cannot be controlled by nobody. So, that's the only reason why I'm not on big radio right now, because I applied for a couple of big radio stations. I did intern for almost a year at one big radio station because I wanted to be a radio host, but they wanted to treat me like a slave so that they could tell me what to do. I'm like, no. So the last big thing I did while I was an intern was, I want to tell the story because this is in the vein of what I'm talking about with how you present yourself, right? Because this person I'm going to talk about right now still presents himself with that dignity and we'll figure out the right wording for it in a minute. So I was interning. My job was to answer the phones. So if you call up the radio station, I'm gonna let you know the inside scoop. When you call the radio station for a song that you want, you got a girl like me, or a lady, or even an old lady, sitting there at the phones, or a guy, somebody who's dying to be on radio but never gets there, right? You're answering the phone, somebody's calling for Keith Sweat, and they want, what song was it? Forever. No, Nobody. Yeah, that's a popular song, right? Nobody. You asked for that song. I am to write it down in this little checkbox that this person called, how many times this different people call for this song. And even though you're calling and thinking you're talking to a person who's going to get that song on for you, not gonna happen. But what I did, not knowing that this is how this works, you called, you asked for Keith Sweat, you asked for nobody, right? I'm checking it down and I'm asking you your name. Oh, hi, so-and-so. Hi, Cheryl. Why do you like that song? And I'm starting to have a conversation with this person, asking them why they like that song, and they tell me their whole life story in a matter of 5 minutes, because I can only be on the phone 5 minutes. And while you're telling me your story, I'm making a little sticky note like this big, writing down your name, a brief reason why you want this song, nobody. Maybe you just love somebody so bad you don't want nobody. Maybe that's what you said. Or maybe you're looking for somebody. I don't know. Whatever I felt like was appropriate. And I'm collecting all these little sticky notes. And then I go into the station where the DJ or radio host is presenting the music and doing his thing. Where's where I wanted to be, right? That's the ultimate goal, was for me to get there. And I would take all these little sticky notes. Now the radio host, I'm not sure if he's still around, but his name was Dale Dorman. So if any of you ever remember that name, Dale Dorman for Kiss 108, he really didn't like interns coming into his space when he's on the air. So you had to be really careful to look at the sign above the radio door that says on air or off air. And you were not allowed as an intern to enter that door. At any time, unless you knock and the sign must be off. So I go in, the sign is off, I knock, and he said, come in. He thought I was coming in to set up the commercials. And I came in with all these little sticky notes, and I'm sticking on the dashboard of where he's at. So he's sitting like where I am now, right in front of you. And in front of him is like the desk, the top of the desk, and then below it is all the knobs and sliders. And if you're not in radio, you don't know what I'm talking about. Now radio is a whole lot different, so it's probably just putting buttons and Anyhow, I come in and I'm sticking over the dash little sticky notes all along. And he's just looking at me like, what is wrong with this girl? Does she not know I don't need all that? So I leave the room because now I put all my little phone calls, sticky notes up there, and I go back to my desk. And I can hear everything he's talking about, everything he's playing. And he's talking now, and he says, because he always had good conversation. And he would say things like, I have an intern that doesn't know that I don't read nothing. But she insists on bringing in these little sticky notes from phone calls from all of you who are listening and wanting me to play certain songs. Well, I'm going to put into rotation Nobody, and he starts singing the song, right? I'm just using that as a reference. Whatever the songs were that were the top songs that people were calling for, he would sing a little piece of it and say, I'm going to put that into rotation. One time, because he knew I was a Keith Sweat fan. He knew it, but I'm not one of them googly gaga, like throw myself on the floor in front of you kind of fan. But I always respected the artist Keith Sweat, always. And this one day, I'm bringing in these sticky notes for Keith Sweat because there was a lot of people wanting to hear Keith Sweat. Every time I came in, without fail, it was always a Keith Sweat song. And I take it in, and I guess Keith Sweat was coming in as a guest. I didn't know. Nobody told me. I'm in the back room doing my thing, and every now and then running out, bringing my little sticky notes. I was doing that. Oh, we got some more. Let's see. Hi, how are you? I can barely see your name. Marsh? Did I say that right? How are you? Welcome to my show. Angel show. So anyway, I went in and no, I'm in the back room answering the phones, people calling for these songs, pouring out their heart to me, and I'm writing down my little notes, and I hear Dale Dorman say, well, we're probably going to have some fainting spells, or we're going to have some kind of situations. I want to tell the front desk they need to make sure they bring the ambulance. And I'm hearing him, but I ain't paying him no mind, right? I'm still doing my thing, and he says, but I have a special guest in the house today. He's still not saying who it is. Now I'm getting ready to take my little sticky notes down the hall. And just as I'm entering the hall to go in front of the radio window, because then he could see me coming, so he got used to me coming, right? But he didn't get that far. I hear him say, my intern is probably going to have a situation. So I'm like, what intern is he talking about? Because I'm a person, I always get the job done, right? Remember, I want to be where he is. So I'm trying to get my job done. I'm not thinking about any other interns. And I do believe there was another intern on duty, but he was a guy. He was in making commercials. He was a little bit more advanced than I was. What is he talking about? But I'm still just doing my thing. I'm taking my little sticky notes, going down. And just as I'm turning the corner, he says, my special guest today is Keith Sweat. And then he puts on the song, Nobody. I grabbed the wall like this, like if you could only see how wide the wall was. The walls was from hand to hand, and I stood fast like that, like holding on to the wall for dear life. I said, oh my God, Keith Sweat's enough! And I'm thinking he's lying, right? I go around, I sneak around the corner in front of the window. Sure enough, Keith Sweat is in there. I didn't know what to do with myself. Now that's I'm being honest, that is the only time I went goo gaga over some artist. But I reserved myself. I behaved because Dale Dorman let me know on the side after I got through there, because he's going like this, come in, come in, come in. The sign is off. He goes, Keith Sweat is here, and you need to do your job. You are going to be back there when he's doing the autographs and pass out the posters, and you're going to be dignified. So that's what I had to do. Keith Sweat was there, and I had to pass out the flyers, and all these googly gaga little girls, like real young girls, real young foolish girls. And I'm sorry, young ladies, if you were listening to me, but you not even the little girls anymore. It's the cougars and the older women are going like mental these days over certain artists, and I could tell you stories about that too, but oh my word, these people were pushing and shoving just to get an autograph and a picture with Keith Sweat. Little me doing my job. At the end of it, he goes, would you like an autograph picture? I said, I would love one. And I still have it. I still have it. I don't have a picture with him, but I do have my memory of that moment. I've been to a few of his concerts, and I can tell you another story about that. I've been to a few. This one particular one, I was sort of near, so the concert room was, from top to bottom, you have a lot of money, you sit down front, and you get your best seats, and you get to be in front of the stage. I've had a few of those seats. This particular one, I was halfway up to the top, so maybe there was 10 rows from the top. I was down there, and I was sitting on the aisle seat, me and my best friend, and I was on the outside of the aisle, that aisle seat. Keith Sweat was performing, so you can barely see what he's doing because you're so far back, but you have these big giant monitors and you're watching the show from the monitors. All of a sudden, you don't see him on the stage anymore, and I couldn't figure out where is he, because back then I could see a lot better than I do right now, but I couldn't see him. I didn't know he had came off the stage, and then he was going up the back aisle, like going, furthest to the wall. He's going up that way and coming across the back, and then coming down the aisles, or a aisle. His plan was to come down one of those aisles. What aisle do you think he came down? He came down the aisle that I was in, but there was these crowds of women, girls, mostly women, I would say women, who were like acting like the end of the world just happened, and they were chasing after him. Of course, he's still singing. He's got his microphone, and he's singing his song. I don't remember the name of the song. I don't want to say he was singing Nobody, but that tends to make people go out of control. He came down that aisle, and these women were, and I'm still in my seat. I'm minding my, I'm just trying to figure out where is he, and I see the crowd, and I'm like, I hate crowds. I hate being where there's lots of people. I cannot stand being where there's lots of people, especially like that. But I was there. These women were pushing him, practically tearing his clothes. If they could, they would have. And security couldn't keep up with what was happening. And he came down that aisle that I'm in. Remember, I'm probably 10 rows down from the top. That means there's at least 20 or 30 more in front of me. And he came down that aisle, and someone pushed him. Well, they pushed somebody, and that pushed him. So like dominoes, it just happened like that. And when that happened, he got pushed forward. And I just happened to be standing there. I'm like looking at these crazy people. I was just going like this, like, what's wrong with these people? I'm telling my best friend, oh my God, they're pushing behind him. And no sooner did I put my hands up like that, he fell on me like this. And luckily, I put my arms up under his, and he didn't fall and hurt himself. He would have landed right on those chairs, you know. So, yeah, that happened. I still have sweat on me. Woo. Woo, baby. Keith, I bottled it. I'm like kidding. I hope you like that story. I gotta move my camera because the sun is totally in my eyes. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things happen in my life. I don't like crazy people, men or women, who do that kind of thing. I'm just letting you know. When I get big and famous, don't come into my concert trying to, you know, whatever. Or my friends, any of my friends who are musicians, I don't want them to get injured. So please have some dignity. We're just human beings like you. We just have a talent that maybe you don't have. So respect the talent. Come support us. Or if we're doing, like, I don't have this set up for you to support me, but when I do, you will see it, and then you can always, like, you know, support me. But I'm not doing that yet. And my friend that I was talking about way earlier in the beginning of this video, he does have that set up, and I find a lot of people come in there, mostly women, and I'm gonna bank on that these are older women. Probably ain't got nothing else going on in their lives, and I'm being rude right now about that because I could tell by their behavior and their comments that they are out of control. And if they could grab him, I'm just worried about that. So I said it. I said it. If you're listening, I said it. Hi Joseph, how are you? Welcome to my live. What? I'm trying to read your comments, sorry. Thank you. Said I have beautiful skin. I try to do my best. I do. I have a special thing that I do. I'm not trying to be cosmetically whatever. I'm just an el natural. That's it. That's me. But thank you so much for noticing. Yeah. So those are my radio days and my concert days. I still go to concerts. Matter of fact, if Keith Sweat came today, I'd be at his concert for sure. I missed the last one. The last one was supposed to be in Boston, and I guess it didn't get sold out, so he didn't. The show got canceled, which I'm sure he wasn't happy about, because I know he was psyched up and ready to play. But he'll always be my favorite. There's other people that are my favorites, but I will not be the one throwing myself at you, Keith. Don't worry. I still have the sweat all over me. Whew. Whew. And I'm glad I saved your life. Well, not saved your life because you weren't going to die, but then again, you don't know about how those crazy women were. And they're still grabbing at him, and then security came in and took over, you know, so that was a good thing. Yeah. But man, behavior, like, you would swear that the artist came from another planet, and these people have never, heaven forbid aliens came here and were performing better than us humankind as we should be. Can you imagine a talented musical alien just dropping in and singing their hearts out at levels and frequencies that we've never heard? Can you imagine how phenomenal that would be, but yet crazy? What kind of crazy? We are mentally out of control. But yeah, Cheers to that. So for those of you who are just now joining in, I'm AngelNaphtalie. I am a drummer, and I was said let's take a walk and talk, but here's my drum back here. Bring him up here. He's right in here. This is Benji. That's my smaller drum, djembe, and I have my bongos in here too, which I can't take out because I got everything in the way. But the plan is for me to find a nice place to sit, record some music, and upload them later. So if you're interested in knowing what I do, go on my page and see some of my videos. So I'm AngelNaphtalie. That's my music name. It's not my birth name, but it is my music name. I've been in radio for years, so I adopted that name in radio. I was on a Caribbean radio show for a long time. And the reason we're not doing that show anymore, it was called The Caribbean Connection with David Martin and the Angel. I was, of course, the Angel. Hopefully there's not too much wind coming through. Could I do it? I could. Let's see if I could put this in my bag. Walk and talk. I can't walk and talk and chew gum at the same time, but I could walk and talk. Up here. See how I could keep my drum from falling. Maybe I should just put it on my back. That might be an option. That way he doesn't fall. Would you like me to walk and talk? Go to a less windy spot. And I am a Rasta woman, if you're wondering if those are dreadlocks. Yes. Yes, my dear. I am a Rasta woman. Okay. Come on, wagon. Don't forget me. Let's go walk and talk. They do have a lot of little kids over here, and so that's a little distracting. And it's beautiful out here. Maybe you could see it. See? Look at that. This is called North Point Park. It's a beautiful place. Yeah, running water, and the breeze is perfect. Well, maybe if I keep walking, the breeze might not be as nice, but when I get to a good spot, then I'll probably end my live feed so that I can set up my drum and play. So if you're hearing wind, oh, sorry. If you're hearing wind, sorry. How is everybody today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon? How are you? Look at that. That's what I'm talking. Perfect place for drumming. Oh, there's skateboarding. I don't know if you can see it. Skateboarders doing crazy stuff. What is that saying? Sorry, I can't read any of your comments. Or you? Thank you. So it's beautiful here. Hmm? What do you think? Would you take a walk with me right here? If you were here, would you walk with me? That would be nice. People are always promising they're going to do that, but then they never show up. So I can't wait for people. I got to keep moving, you know. I got to keep my life on track. Life back on track. The helicopters, everything. We're near a major hospital called Mass General, so that causes all the helicopters above. Go ahead. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it does. This is a line of traffic that I probably don't want to be around. I'll show you the duck boats. I would love to play right here with the nice echo sound. That would be awesome. But I'm not gonna. Too much traffic. I don't like to be where there's too much traffic because then people want to stop, talk, and I'm not really down with that right now. Now, perfectly would be right over here, but I have a wagon. Oh, wait a minute. I could get there. I think I could get there. Might be a little bit breezy though. So this is where I come to play my drum a lot. So what are you all doing today? How was your day? Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit more peaceful over here. This is where I think I'm gonna sit. A little bit more peaceful. Right near the water, see? Yeah. If that can work. Put my drum down. So I'll try to do another feed on Monday, I think. But I couldn't resist. I was supposed to just do a little short thing today. But yeah, I did whatever. I think what I'll do is let you all finish your Sunday while I finish mine. Do some drumming, a couple of them anyway, and then upload it because I'm trying to do different styles of drumming. I'm going to be taking a trip soon to Mali as well as Haiti and hopefully Texas after all that. But I want to go away from here to learn some different drumming techniques because mostly I am just doing feeling it through, you know, and I want to learn some special techniques. So that's one of the things I plan on doing. I've also been invited to go to Kenya, which I would love to do that. Also Nigeria, I have some people I call my other sons. One is in Nigeria. The other one is in Tariq, Mali. He's in Senegal right now. So, you know, I want to collaborate with them in the music arena. But, you know, everything takes time and it takes money. So soon I will be putting all those donation tags down there below so I can build up the funds for traveling because I need to do that. although one of the trips I am being sponsored, so I'm happy to say that I am pleased about that. But and maybe Molly is also being sponsored because the band Sambalolo is going, and we're all in the band. So yeah. But go check out my page, and if you haven't, I should have told you this from the beginning of the onset of what I'm doing. But if you haven't subscribed yet, it's very important. Subscribe and like, and if you feel to share it, go ahead and share it. Keep everything positive. That's very important to me. Yeah, keep it important. It's utmost important to keep it positive. And I feel today was a very important thing. I even had someone come on here and say she wanted to mod. So that was excellent thought process. Hopefully it didn't deter all of you from being here. Not that you can't be here, because you can. Just how you approach it. You know, you have to keep everything positive. In the meantime, I'm gonna set up and get ready to drum. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to thank you all for being here. Make sure you go watch some of my videos and like them, and once you subscribe, I'll know, and I will follow you back. All right? And I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. I will try to put up a little post before I go live to say I'm going live, and that way you'll know I'm coming on. But it will be probably mid-afternoon or around this time. I don't even know what time it is right now. But this time of day is usually the best time for me. Okay? So thank you for joining me, and I appreciate all your love, and I'll talk to you soon.